What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. CDK. Boxing, let's talk boxing, man. Listen up. It looks like we might have a fight. And listen, Bob Irvin's been having a lot of problems with Teofimo Lopez. We've heard about lawsuits. We heard Teo complain. We've heard everything Teofimo Lopez has had to say about black fighters or whatnot. And it seems like that Bob Irvin is going to get Teofimo Lopez his wish. Hey, Bob Arum is going out of his way to make this fight with Jaron Boots Ennis happen. And from what I'm hearing, this is Teofimo Lopez's last fight with Top Rank. So what is Bob Arum gonna do? Send him out with a loss. That's exactly what's about to happen, folks. Bob Arum, man, got in his mind that he's tired of Teofimo Lopez. You keep calling out these black fighters, saying you want this fighter, saying you want that fighter. Well, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you Jaron Boots Ennis at 147 pounds. Now, listen, taking nothing away from Teofimo Lopez, I don't like the guy as who he is as a person, but his boxing, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Teofimo Lopez at 135 was a phenomenal fighter, and he could do it all in the ring. But I Lopez first and foremost is he's fighting lesser and lesser competition. It don't look like he's been trying to fight the big names. You know, he did take the Josh Taylor, but after that, you seen the two fights he had, two cab drivers. And another thing I noticed, the power at 140 is not there for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez doesn't have power. Jaron Boots Ennis has been hit by, man, what, Roman Villa, bigger fighters. Jaron Boots Ennis can take a punch. We've seen the one thing we've got on Jaron about, you know what I'm saying, or Boots, is him taking too many punches and unnecessary chances sometimes. But we know what Boots said. A lot of times he gets hit because he's really not, you know what I'm saying, worried about what's coming at him. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the problem's gonna be in this fight. Jaron Boots Ennis, who already has trouble making 147, is a big 147-pound fighter. Teofimo Lopez going up. I'm telling you, I'm saying this right here, and I truly feel like this. I don't think the fight makes it 8 rounds. I don't see unless Teofimo Lopez gets on his bicycle and runs, the fight don't make it 8 rounds. Now I've heard a few fans that hating on Boots talking about uh Teofimo Lopez got a chance. I don't see it, man. A bed man and a smart man gonna put his money on Boots. Don't be no damn fool. I'm gonna say it just like that. Don't be no damn fool. This is one of those fights where you can put your money on it not going the distance, or you can put your money on Jaron Boots Ennis by way of knockout, KO, or whatever you want to do, and it's gonna happen just like that. So I'm definitely waiting on that, man. I'm definitely waiting to see that fight. I'm glad that Bob Arum is doing what he's doing. Like I said, Bob Arum has been tired of Teofimo Lopez. They've been having problems. I think it's Teofimo Lopez's last time or last fight with you know what I'm saying? And whether you like it or not, one thing about it, Tank always puts on the show. And we know that Tank gonna take him out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Lamont knows that, but like I said, I see this fight going 9 to 10 rounds between Javante and Lamont. And I don't think Tank's retired. But the thing I got a problem with is when Tank comes out his mouth saying Shakur Stevenson, a 3-time world champion, a silver medalist, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't done anything in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Shakur has brought a lot to the table. Shakur is an excellent boxer. And whether you like it or not, you can say Shakur don't have power. Like I tell y'all all the time, it doesn't take power to win a fight. It takes just right here. And Shakur has plenty of that up there. And don't get me wrong now, Tank has plenty of that up there. But I would love to see that chess match because the one thing that Tank doesn't get a lot of credit for is his boxing skills. The power's there, man. I think it's like that Mike Tyson type of effect that Tank has over people. Mike Tyson, man, had a high ring IQ, but you knew the power was there, and Mike Tyson had power in both hands, man. And just like Tank, man, you know they can get you out of there. So sometimes we didn't focus on that. Don't get it wrong. I think that between Tank and Shakur, it will be a chess match. And I feel like Shakur believes that, hey, Tank, you've been knocking out those guys, but you ain't knocked out a guy like me. You haven't got in the ring with a guy that's on my level. And Tank's looking at Shakur and saying, man, you're not knocking these guys out. You know what I'm saying? You fighting these guys and you ain't able to get them out of there. How you gonna get me out of there? What you gonna do to keep me out for you? And that's what I think the problem is. They both have so much talent and so much skill, but will we get that fight? Is Tank truly thinking about retiring? Does Tank? I think a lot of the stuff Tank says, man, he just says it because he like to get up under people's skin. Tank knows, man, that if he says anything, it's gonna be a headline. If Tank say tomorrow, hey man, You know what I'm saying? I don't think that I'm gonna fight Jake Paul. You see what it done? Do you think Tank truly gonna fight Jake Paul? I don't see that happening. But we heard Tank say it. Tank knows how to stay in the headlines. Tank went from being quiet, you know what I'm saying, and not talking to the media to now when he gets in front of the media, man, sound bite after sound bite, he's giving to you. And I love that about Tank. And I can't wait to see what his next move is. Like I said, I don't think this is the end of the road for Tank. I think Tank continues to fight, and I think, man, that we're gonna see maybe in the next fight or two Teofimo Lopez, he's gonna lose to Boots. So we're not gonna get maybe the Tank and Teofimo fight right behind it. But hey, that's definitely gonna be a fight for the future. Teofimo Lopez, maybe he does take on Tank, maybe he doesn't. But I'm ready to see what Tank does next. Lamar Roach, I think, is like I said, he's a highly skilled fighter. But he's 130 pound fighter. And I just don't see any way that he gets with Tank and does anything special. Like I said, man, I don't have a lot of time today. I got to get to work. I just wanted to touch on that, see what y'all think about this breaking news that Bob Arum is definitely making the fight with Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Boots Ennis. I think it's definitely a mistake on Teofimo Lopez's part. And at the same time, who's to say that Teofimo Lopez really going to take the fight? We heard Teofimo call out people all the time and not take the fights. That's the one problem I got with Teofimo. But if he takes this boot fight, hey, more power to him. I had nothing but respect for him. Boots has already said, and his team said they want to fight. They're willing to, you know what I'm saying, get in the ring with him. A lot of people are saying that this is a mistake on Boot part as far as you had a fight with Virgil Ortiz at 154 pounds. You said you didn't take that fight basically because you want to fight one of the champions. You're trying to unify the division. And as a Boot fan, I got to keep it real. I ain't going to never get on here and lie. I know that you're taking the Teofimo Lopez fight because he's a big name. But if you're not getting, Brian Norman Junior Stanionis or Mario Barrios, you know what I'm saying? It's really a wasted fight at 147 pounds. How much longer can you stay at 147 pounds? When you're a big guy like Boots Paul at 147 pounds and you're already having trouble making weight, every fight counts. He's getting older. It's getting harder to make the weight. And maybe he got another fight or two in him at 147 pounds. But Boots not going to be at 147 too much longer. He has to go to 154. Now, Virgil Ortiz and I'm believing Virgil Ortiz, he's gonna stick around at 154 for a while. The only thing I hate with Virgil Ortiz, I've been watching him. He flat footed, he comes straight forward, strong individual, but I think he's gonna have a lot of problems at 154 pounds with a lot of guys. Uh, I think in his next fight, I think he loses that fight. With Magnumov, I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. That guy can box, and you seen that even Turnbull Crawford had problems with him. But it's also going to give y'all an opportunity to see just how good Turnbull Crawford really is. Virgil Ortiz, he's going to struggle. And I see that fight going the distance, but I see him getting dominated, and I see a unanimous decision victory. Like I said, man, I got to get to work. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow. Uh, Same time, same place. This is CDK Boxing. Like, subscribe, and comment to my channel. I'm out.